And we're back to learning Inkscape, and this time I'm going to show you how to create a microphone icon. We use the basic process of creating the icon first, then the circle in the background and then the shadows. Let us start with a rectangle, and you can see the edges are already round. Let me make that black by clicking on the basic swatches at the bottom, and then I drag this circle downwards as far as I can. Then right click duplicate. I'll give this a stroke, so I'll hold shift and click on this red color swatch, and I click on the X to get rid of the fill. When I size it up, I hold Ctrl and Shift. Then I go to Object, Fill and Stroke, Stroke Style, and this is where I can set the thickness of the stroke. Make sure that you use a value that you can remember, so 50 is fine. But I'll make that black, so hold Shift and click on the black color swatch. Now path, stroke to path. I'll enable the snapping, and I've got snap to path active, and I use the rectangle tool again. I'll just drag it from one path to the other one, but you can see I need to get rid of the stroke. Shift and click on the X, and I have to make the edges sharp, so I set that value, the RY value, to 0. So this element is to measure the distance. I'll press Ctrl D to copy that. Click on it again, rotate it, holding Ctrl. And now I use the line and distribute menu. I've got the black one on top selected as well with a shift click. And I make sure the red element is in the center. Now I reposition the bottom one a little bit upwards, and now the distance to the side and at the bottom is the same. I create a rectangle on top. I shift click on the black outline, then path and difference. And that's what we wanted to have. We need 2 more elements, and I use the Bezier tool to create them. I simply left click and I hold Control. Downwards once again. A left click. And we need yet another stroke, this time a horizontal one. Hold Control again when you draw that. And now we need to set the stroke style for them to 50, which was the value that we've used prior. So now it has the same thickness. Now we only need to align it properly and position it so that we've got overlaps. Whenever you size it up and down, remember that the width will be adjusted accordingly, so you have to reset that to 50. For example, here at the bottom, I think that's a little bit too long, so I sized it down. I realign it. And now, if you look at the width, it has gotten smaller, so I have to reset that to 50. But I also want to have round caps, so I use this menu once more. And that should be fine for our icon. Let us select it all, go to Object and group it. Now we'll create the background circle. Just use the ellipse tool, hold Ctrl and Shift and go to 45-degree angle. Put it to the bottom so that it's in the background. Select it all, align it properly. Let me change the color to something bluish. I want to have a sky blue. Maybe something like this. If you want to recolor the icon, keep in mind that the bottom part is still a stroke. So before you do that, select it, then go to path, stroke to path. Then we go to object to path as well, so that we can be sure that everything is a path, and we can now use a fill, make it white. Third step is to create the shadows. We'll use these guidelines that we can drag out of the rulers. If you can't see your rulers, just press Ctrl R and it will be blended in. But we need more than just two. Here's another one, and here at the bottom. But now I've got the snapping enabled. It helps me positioning these guides, but now it creates problems. So just disable it, go to this position, then enable it again. And now close the shape. Let me give that a fill, and I'll hold Shift and click on the X to get rid of the stroke. And you can see what we've created here. I'll put it to the background and bring it one level upwards. And this is exactly what we wanted. So I shift click now on the circle, go to Path and Division. This is the shape that we've got. And I can use the color wheel to make it a little bit darker. Let me close that. I'll go to File, Document Properties, Guides, and delete the guides. And this is how you can create such a microphone icon in Inkscape. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.